everyone, I wanted to share this set with you guys, and I'm so sorry there's not much to share because I was filming on my own. My daughter wasn't here to help me, so I didn't even get a lot of it. But anyways, I just wanted to share it with you guys because I'm going to Vegas to be with my family where I am born and raised, and I was doing my nails for my vacation. So anyways, I'm showing you here. I made this mix myself, and it's Young Nails colors I'm using. I think it's Neon Guava, and I'm using one of their glitters, and it turned out so beautiful. I love it. So this is actually a coffin shape I'm doing, a long coffin shape, and I formed all the nails. After I prepped and primed all the nails, I just put my forms on, and I did a couple nails the night before, and then I finished these for the video. So I'm just showing you how I'm placing my beads on, and then I cap it with clear acrylic. And then I wanted to show you guys the marbling. I really wanted to show you guys that, but I'm gonna have to explain it to you because I was videotaping it, but I guess it wasn't recording. So when you marble, there's certain things you want to do when you marble, because if you marble too much, that acrylic, it's just going to look like you mixed all the colors together. So when you marble, you have to know when to just put it there and walk away. Just leave it alone. So I wanted to show you, but I'm going to explain it. So when I get to that nail, and when I show you how I'm marbling, I'll explain to you exactly how we do that. So here's the colors I'm using. I'm using white, the mix that I made, and then another mix I made. It's a gold glitter mix. So we're getting ready to marble. So now, I use Young Nails Speed Acrylic. It's their Speed. So, plus it's hot. So now I'm working on my right hand with my left, my non-dominant hand. So when I'm doing this, I'm doing it in little spots. Instead of doing it I'm covering little areas at a time. So I just pick up all three colors at once, and I run my brush through it, just the tip of it a little bit, and I leave it alone. I just start patting it out. That's all I do. Leave it. You see how we have that marbleization right there? If I was to keep mixing it, it's going to look like a big mess. It's just going to look like it's all together. So now, as you see, I'm just patting it still here like that. And if I was doing my left hand with my right hand, or someone else's hand, I can pick up and cover more area. But then I grab all the colors together again, and I go by the cuticle area, and you see, I'm just not even touching it. I'm ever so slightly touching it, just so the marble, you can see it come through. We don't mix all the colors together. So remember, when you're marbling, you could pick up like one color, then another, and then another. If it's easier for you, like if you're not working with Speed Acrylic, then you can do it that way. But because I work with Speed, it dries real quick. Plus the heat, it dries real fast. Plus it's, it being hot, the weather. So together, it makes my acrylic dry really quick. So that's why I cover a little area, and I pick up three of all the colors together. Alright guys, so I picked up the three colors here, and you see how I just lifted it up like that. I put it on and got rid of the rest. I didn't want to make a mess. I just wanted the marble effect. Then I just shape it up, just like you see me doing here, to the coffin shape, making sure all the sides are up and the shape is perfect so we have less filing time. Then I cap them with clear acrylic. Afterwards, I filed, I shaped them, put them all into shape. I buffed them, then I cleaned them with my alcohol, and I put my cuticle oil on, and I made a 3D bow in the middle nail. And I hope you guys really like this design. And I also, don't leave yet, because at the end of the video, I also have a review from Banggood, who sent me their 3D gels and a polish rack. So here's the final results. I hope you guys really like this design. I hope I covered some areas of marbling for you guys, in the technique of marbling. You really don't want to mess with it too much when you marble. You just want to ever so slightly use the tip of your brush and move around it once, and like, that's it, walk away. So here's the end result of them all. So anyways, I've tried a lot of 3D gels, and the favorite ones that I like is from NOQ and Banggood. I have to say is one of my favorites now. Because the other ones that I've tried, they say they're 3D gels, but really they come and they're really art gels. They're supposed to have a consistency of being really thick, not thin. So when I got these gels, I knew these were gonna be good. When I seen the consistency and I opened them, I already knew. So they're a UV gel. These are UV, and I'm showing you the colors. You get all these colors, and we're gonna use this pink and white for this flower we're gonna make. And when you have 3D gels, now you wanna make sure you have a glass dampen dish full of alcohol, so you can clean your brush off, because the gel's sticky. So to work the gel, you want to wet your brush in the alcohol and then dap it off on a paper towel a little bit, and then go to the gel. So here's the alcohol, and then I'm showing you want to have a tool, like a daughter tool or an orange wood stick, whatever you're going to use to pick it out, because you got to pick the gel out. And so I'm showing you just place it onto the nail. And then you just get your brush, dip it in the alcohol, dab it on the paper towel so it's not sopping with alcohol, and then start to work your gel. Now, if a lot of you are, trying to work with 3D acrylic and you're having trouble, I would really recommend the gel, because you can do whatever you want and start molding it, and that you can mold whatever you want for however you want, however long, and it's not going to set until you cure it in the lamp. So this can help you get started to learn how to start with the gels, and then you can move on to the acrylic. So I'm just showing you this flower we're going to make right here, and I'm just, like you see, I'm just molding it and I'm moving it around right now, and it actually makes the indentions too, like acrylic makes. So I love that about, this gel. It's really good. You always want to have really good 3D gels when you're using 3D gels. You want to make sure they're not an art gel. So I'm just making the flower here, and then I'm going to put a little strip of pink. I forgot what these flowers are called, but I'm going to put a little strip up the middle of the pink, and then you're just going to cure it into a UV lamp for 2 minutes. And then here's the pink, and also when you're done with your whole like flower, whatever you make, you just wipe it with a towel, a little towelette and some alcohol. You just wipe off the top layer. Alright, so now I'm using the purple 3D gel because we're going to make just a heart. And it's so easy, guys. Like I said, you can just sit here and make it the shape that you want forever, for as long as you need, and it doesn't dry. And so I'm just using this purple color, and we're going to make the shape. Then after I do 1/2 of the side, I'll have her go into the lamp for 2 minutes, and then I'll do the other half of the heart. Now, in this video, and when I'm doing these, the heart and the flower and the ice cream cone I do on myself, we were actually curing in an LED lamp because it was for the sake of the video. I was just wanting them to cure long enough for you to see the design, but you really don't want to cure in an LED. It's a UV gel. It won't cure. So just so you guys know, for the sake of the video, I was just curing in an LED, just so it would last long enough to show you. But you really need to cure this gel in a UV. So look at this peanut butter looking color. This comes in handy for if you wanted to make cupcakes and for like an ice cream cone. So I first start making the cone like I'm doing here. I make a thin layer, then I'll cure it, then I'll go and get a thicker layer, put another layer on top, and then you can use an X-Acto knife or a razor blade or a cuticle pusher, the end of that, and just make your indentions for the cone like you watch how I'm doing here. Then I use this dark brown for the chocolate ice cream. These colors are equipped for anything you need. It's really cool. So I'm making the chocolate ice cream here, and I'm trying to make it look real, so I'm pouring it down, and you have so much time to work with it, guys. I mean, it's never wrong, and because it doesn't dry till you cure it. And then I put the vanilla, and then that's the white for the vanilla, and then the cherry on top, and I just cleansed it with my cherry alcohol. Here's the polish rack they sent me, and I really, really like it. It only took me 10 minutes to put together, and it's the only rack I have. I use those cases to put my polishes and gels in, and then I use my drawers. So this is my only polish rack, and I really enjoyed it. It's really nice. Thank you, Banggood, for sending me these things. I really did. My favorite was the gels. I really have to say, because I love gels. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so, so much. Love you guys.